everyone, welcome back to Nothing Matter. If you're new here, make sure to like, make sure to subscribe, and let's get right into this. The last episode, I think I was talking about Cursed Princess Club and the patriarchy and the similarities that I saw between the two kings and everything. And then the one before that, I think I was talking about double standards in like the audience reaction for this new character that was introduced in the Kiss Pit. So you can go watch those. I'll probably put the cards up somewhere. And yeah, so for this one I'm going to be talking about another Greenlight story that was put up. So I'm going to do that one for there. I've done quite a few. It's kind of upsetting me that I haven't finished them yet, but yeah, I've already put like the playlist. I should have a playlist of Greenlight stories already. But yeah, so if you are new here, the way that I do this is I talk about the plot, I talk about the characters, I talk about my likes and my dislikes, then theory time, then I give it a rating, and then my final thoughts. And yeah, so let's get right into the plot of the Wendybird, which is the Greenlight story for this one that I'm reviewing. It basically follows all the Greenlight stories. They're kind of like reimaginings or retellings of stories. So this one's the Wendybird. From the name, you probably already know that it's from Peter Pan. So that's kind of follows Wendy. And yeah, so yeah, we've only seen the 3 chapters as per usual for the other Greenlight stories. So yeah, that's the plot. I'll give you that there. And then characters, I'm just going to talk about Wendy. She's spunky, she's quite impulsive, she obviously has a lot of creativity, she likes making stories, all that stuff, all that good stuff. And yeah, I'm only going to talk about Wendy for now. And yeah, so let's get right into my like section. So the first one is that I like the art. The art is good. I have no complaints here. I think the team, because I think it's a team, did well on it. I think there's 3 people. They did okay. They did well on it. I honestly have no complaints. I'm not sure if all of them do the art. Maybe it's one person does art and then one person does story and then one person edit. I don't know how they're assigning the work there, but I do think it's 3 people or so. Sorry to the 4th person if there was a 4th person here and I'm just excluding you. However many people that were there, like, good job. I like the arts, or whoever's in charge of the art, I like the art. It's a good cohesive thing altogether. So like yeah, the next thing is that I like that the story low-key feels kind of familiar. Like I said, all the Greenlight stories, they are familiar because they are retellings. I think this is the one that I felt the most in tune with. Like I just felt waves of like nostalgia reading it. Like side by side as I was reading it, I was thinking about like not only the animated movie of this years ago, the animated movie of Peter Pan, I was also thinking about the live action one as well, those Disney ones. And yeah, low key, like I was reading this, the Wendybird, and I was thinking like, damn, I really did used to have a crush on Peter Pan, the live action one. He was like this little blonde boy, and I'm pretty sure I had a crush on him when I was younger. But yeah, that's just a side thought there. It was actually not a bad movie. It wasn't a bad movie. So yeah, like I said, I just got hit with waves of nostalgia more than any other story that I had read before. But that's not the any of the other like stories' faults, because this is the story that I knew. But there's some stories that are really like ingrained in a culture that isn't mine. So I can understand that, hey, I may not know this, but I can appreciate it as well, like when Hassie whistles. So that's really, really cool as well. But yeah, this is not my culture, by the way. Peter Pan, that's not my culture, but it was what I was brought up with. So yes, that's what I'll say for that one. The next one is, my next point is that I like the mom. She's pretty cute. We didn't really see much of her. We saw more of the dad's personality, but the mom's cute. She's really pretty. I have no qualms about her. I have no problems with her. She's okay. I don't think she said much though. I think I don't think she did much. She didn't do much. So, but I think I'm supposed to like her, so I like her. And yeah, the next one is, I actually like the practicality of the dad. He's low-key mean. He's low-key kind of mean. I kind of like. He's not great, but like he's kind of practical. He's not unrealistic. I kind of see where he's coming from in this time frame that it's set in, I can kind of see where he's coming from. But yeah, I don't mind it. He's mean, but like, yeah, that's what I can see there. The next one is that I really like Hook already. I like Captain Hook already. She seems really cool. I'm excited to see more of her. And yeah, I think yeah, she's cool. She's cool. I don't think I've ever seen like a like, because there has been so many like Peter Pan retellings. I don't think I've ever seen one where Hook was a woman. Not even. Oh my gosh, there was another live action movie, wasn't there? That was Pan. I think that was horrible. I don't even think I watched it. I think Hugh Jackman was Hook in that one. I can't even remember. But yeah. The next one was my next like was crying over the patriarchy. Same sis, same. Because Wendy was crying and I felt her frustration. I was like, yeah, me. That's me. So yeah, so that's my like section. Yeah, on to my dislike section. I was a bit concerned about Wendy's storytelling and the way she was role playing. Uh, I was a bit concerned. I was like, huh, okay. So that's on that. The next one was that the fact that she was 17 definitely threw me off. I was a bit confused. It definitely, I was like, oh, you're 17. When the dad mentioned it, like, you're 17, because I was confused. I was out here thinking she was like 12. I fully thought she was 12. And then the dad brought up like, oh yeah, maybe you should have gotten married off to so and so and so forth. And I was like, huh? Isn't she 12? Isn't she 12? This isn't set that far back. What do you mean getting married to who? She's like 12. And then it brought up like, no, she's actually 17. And I was like, oh. Then I was like, huh? Because like the way she's drawn, I think it's because of like her proportions. Her proportions, let's say that, because like next to her dad, she looked so small. So I just assumed she was younger than she actually was. And I think maybe that's because I'm nearly as tall as my dad, so maybe I'm using my own reality to like input it into this here. But like when I saw that, I was like, because it's such a height difference, I was thinking this girl was like 12 or something. I really did think so. It reminds me of another webtoon. I said the same thing, that I was really surprised about how old she actually was. I can't remember the name now, like I'm forgetting right now. I'll probably put the picture there. I've done a review for it as well, but yeah. Okay, so my next dislike is maybe because I'm a very indecisive person. So impromptu stuff isn't me. I don't do all that. I'm the complete opposite of that. I don't do impromptu stuff. I'm a very indecisive person. I like weighing stuff up, blah blah. So much so that I'll be weighing stuff up and then I end up doing nothing because I'm indecisive like that. But Wendy, she agreed a little bit too quickly to like to just leaving the family, just leaving your family with your little sister. She was just like, okay, let's go. She and it was concerning. And what's more concerning is because if she was an only child, I probably wouldn't have put this point here. I probably would not have. If she was an only child, I would not have put this point here. Or alternatively, if it was just her that went, if it was just her that went and said, you know what, deuces, little sisters, I'm sorry, I'm not gonna go through this. Bye, I'm gone. You know what I mean? I'd have been like, okay. But for you to bring your little sisters along without much thought, it was just like, okay, Peter like suggested it, like, okay, come with me, run away with me, let's go to Neverland. I'm not sure if Neverland was like the name was put there in the story. I just know it's Neverland from like the originals, but I don't know if they said that place is called Neverland in the Wendybird. I'm not sure. But like Peter suggested it and she was like, okay, cool. And then the little sisters were like, oh, come on, take me with you. And then she was like, okay, I can write my adventures. And so I was like, huh? It was just a little bit strange. It was a little bit strange. You're just gonna bring them along? you're just gonna bring them along with some strange flying man child kind of person. You're just gonna take them to away from the relative safety and comfort of your home. You're just gonna take them and take them to the unknown. I thought that deserved a little bit more thought. All that impromptu let's go. I mean, putting it into perspective, I guess the story has to start, but like at the same time, I would have thought, that kind of decision, you would have maybe taken a few seconds, maybe taken a few beats, been like, okay, is this the best thing for me right now? And here's the thing, if she had stayed 12 in my mind, I would have been like, yeah, okay, she's 12 or 13, you know what? This is reckless, but hey, she's 12 or 13. But good sis is 17, she's 17, nearly 18. So, like, that decision of taking your little sisters for, like, to go away from your family is, I was like, oh, I can't really fathom someone doing that just like that without like much thought. So yeah, especially seeing as she took her younger sisters with her, you know what I mean. And one's like a literal child, one looks like 5 or so. So I was just like, oh, okay, cool, cool, cool. This is what we're doing. Cool, cool, cool. Fine, fine, fine. Okay. So that's my dislike section. I'm pretty sure that covers it all. Yeah, okay. So on to theory time. I don't really have much theories for this. I just have some hopes for this. I really just hope Tinkerbell isn't annoying. I hope she's not annoying. If there's one thing that stuck out to me, I mean, I guess it's the major part of the conflict as well. But I really just don't want Tinkerbell to be annoying. I really don't want that to happen because it really pissed me off. Really pissed, and I mean Tinkerbell in the Peter Pan stories, not in because I know there was also like a Tinkerbell based like movies as well, like for her herself, animated movies and all her little fairy friends. Those were fine. Those were fine. Tinkerbell was okay. She was fine, fine, whatever. She did her thing. But like in the Peter, for some reason, she's just always really annoying. She's always really irritating. So I hope she's not too irritating. She's already shown signs of it. But I hope we cut it off. I hope we cut it off because it's very annoying to me. But we'll see. We'll see. I mean, she could make a good conflict creator. Who knows? Who knows? So for my rating, I'm going to give this green light. I like it. It's cool. I do. My final thought is that it's pretty cute. I like it. The nostalgia of it is really cool. I have seen, like I said, I've seen lots of different like interpretations of Peter Pan. Like I've seen some that I've read some, not just watched some. I've read some. I'm like, I want to see how they're going to deviate the story because the one I'm thinking of right now, I remember I read one a really long time ago and it was called Tiger Lily, I'm pretty sure, and I'm not sure how it will hold up now if I reread it, how I would co-sign it like now. I'm not sure if I would co-sign it now. I'm not sure, maybe I would, maybe I wouldn't. But like back then, that book was like, whoa. I thought that book was art. I was like 14 and I was like, whoa, okay. I was like, whoa, because it was just giving me all the tea. It was giving me a different perspective. I was like, wow, Peter Pan, wow, wow. I mean, people who read that book, wow, yeah. So I just want to see how things, you know, how they deviate from things because like I said, it's kind of similar. I could see in real time as I was reading it the different like movie interpretations of how like some things were like very similar to the Greenlight webtoon. So I want to see how they deviate from that. I want to see how they do stuff like that. Like, but yeah. Also in the comment section, were y'all reading the same chapter that I was reading? This is just a thought. This isn't has to do with the webtoon at all, but like y'all were reading the same webtoon I was reading, right? Because I remember in the comment section, I can't remember if it was the first, no, I think it was second chapter, and everyone was like, and someone was like, I ship it. Like I'm let me get my planks of wood because I'm about to build a ship. And I was like, did we read the same chapter? Did we read the same? You could have told me that in the third chapter, and I'd be like, okay, yeah, fine, let's try and build a ship between Peter Pan and Wendy. But in the second chapter, I don't know about that. I don't know. I was like, okay, is this what we're seeing? Did we not read the same? But okay. And lastly, I really like Wendy. So yeah, I really do like Wendy. I can't lie. I don't know why, but she's my favorite like protagonist, female protagonist or female character maybe in this Greenlight Webtoon series. And I think it's mainly because I don't know, I see a lot of myself in her. So even though there's not much for me to have like taken and understood of her because only three chapters, I kind of do like her. So we'll see how that goes and we'll see how that happens. And yeah, good luck to the team and all of that. And yeah, that is the end of my video. Make sure to like, make sure to subscribe. I have some other stuff. You can go look at the Webtoon Greenlight series because I have quite a bit of those out. The other videos that I did previously beforehand, I kind of like, it's upsetting, like I don't have consistency anymore. It's upsetting me and my homegirls that I haven't finished this Webtoon Greenlight. I haven't finished it already, and I was counting how many I still have to do, and it's like 5 or so. I still have to do like 5. I was like, damn, I didn't know it was that much. I don't know. And it's like, for the sake of finishing something, I want to finish it, but like also, yeah, I kind of want to be more consistent. But anytime I say I want to be more consistent, I'll come back in like 2 working weeks. And I was doing so well. I was doing so well too. There was a time when I was pumping out a video like every 4 days. I was on top of my game, and now it's like, you see me when you see me. But yeah, I think a couple of updates. I kind of still want to do, there's the Webtoon competition, short story competition. I kind of at least want to bring out a list of things that I actually liked, even if I don't review them, but like a list of the ones that I liked, or at least that I subscribed to. There's that too. I also, Let's Play second season is over, so you can expect a review from me very soon. I'm going to get right on that. I know some people aren't gonna be happy about that, but we'll see. Maybe who know, I try to be balanced and everything, so maybe who knows, I may like this season. But you can count on me to be fair and balanced as I usually am. So we'll see how that goes. And yeah, I think that's all. Okay, bye.